Spargo.
Polar River loaded away. They're ready. Racing in the Derby, Polar River and frank conversation from the inside, the first pair away. Valdori began well and goes forward looking for the lead. On the rocks will settle fourth. You Change pushes through in the middle. Lazam is second last, and Lani had dropped out to the rear of the small field as they make the first turn and go past the mile marker. Was short of 1,600 metres left to run. Valdori took over in the Derby, led by 3 parts of a length to frank conversation. On the rocks out 3 wide, is allowed to stride and goes up to pressure the leader. Polar River settles fourth on the fence. You Change is fifth and 3 deep. A length away Lazam and 2.5 lengths to Lani, who whipped the field in as they work past the 1,200 metres mark. Having run the first quarter in a very leisurely 26.4, Valdori holds the fence. On the rocks the outside, and You Change now whips right around the outside to go looking for the lead as they go towards the back bend, and You Change takes over. Lani, coming from last, strides up to be second. Valdori is third. A length away on the rocks on the outside of Polar River. Frank Conversation is now second last 3 deep, and Lazam whipped them in as they left the 700 metres mark astern. 850.4, 1,201, 14.1, and You Change a length in front of Lani coming onto the bend. A length away is Valdori. Polar River is now coming away from the fence. Pat is angling her between runners as they're in the straight with 350 metres left to go. You Change led from Lani. Valdori, Polar River's on the outside. The zip's not there yet. You Change in front with 200 metres left to go. Lani still second. Polar River's only battling on the outside, but she's coming now. Lani gets to You Change. Polar River's still 3/4 of a length away. Lani in front. It's Japan's Derby. Lani has beaten Polar River, You Change and Valdori. Then on the rocks, Lazam and frank conversation.
Japanese trainers fielded 3 of this 7-strong field, and they have prevailed courtesy of Lani. This colt by Tappert is won for Mikio Matsunaga. Yutaka Taki, the great superstar of Far Eastern horse racing, is the man in the saddle. Chalk another big race up for him. But Polar River had an awful trip through the race. She was stuck in a pocket. She angled out for a run. She tried to split horses. She couldn't go through the gap. In the end, she's made the ground down the outside. She got a terrific roar from the crowd, willing her on. The first time this evening, they've really engaged.
Brody's cause goes in, and for the 142nd time, here's the Kentucky Derby. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Kentucky Derby. And it was a great start for Gunrunner toward the inside. Nyquist breaks alertly as well. Shagaf is up close, outwork. And from that far outside post, Dancing Candy showing plenty of speed as the Kentucky Derby field races for the clubhouse turn. And Dancing Candy on the far outside up to set the pace. Nyquist is running in second. Gunrunner is third. Outwork is away in fourth. Shagaf is on the outside fifth. Tom's Ready in between horses racing in sixth. Whitmore saving ground while seventh. More Spirit 4 wide into the first turn in eighth. Oscar nominated toward the inside is ninth. Destin is running along in 10th. Then it's Mahesto pushed along in 11th. Mohaman is off the pace today, way back in 12th. Brody's Cause is 13th by 3. Then it's My Man Sam in 14th by another 5. Exaggerator's back in 15th. Lonnie is 16th. Mo Tom. And at the back is Creator. Another 5 from there to Sudden Breaking News. And Trojan Nation is 20 lengths off the pace. And what a pace it is. 45 and 3. Dancing Candy down the backstretch in the Kentucky Derby leading by 2. Gunrunner stalking the pace, second and outside. Nyquist is in the clear for the run to the far turn, racing in third. Outwork is farther out than that, fourth. And then toward the inside, Whitmore is fifth, and down inside, Tom's Ready is sixth. Destin is seventh. Mohaman has started to make some progress out of eighth. Oscar nominated is ninth. My Man Sam is 10th. More Spirit is 11th. Exaggerator's trying to pick through the pack. Had to check off heels there. Tries to find a seam toward the inside. There's a quarter mile to go in the Kentucky Derby. They turn for home. And here's Nyquist. Champion Nyquist comes off the turn and takes the lead away from Gunrunner. It's these two clear by 5. Mohaman's closing on the outside. And Exaggerator's flying down the center of the track by the Twin Spires of the Kentucky Derby. Derby. It's Nyquist clear by 3. Gunrunner's running in second. Exaggerator continues to close. Time is running out. Nyquist is 100 yards from home. Exaggerator with one final try in the Derby. Nyquist holds on. He's undefeated and he's won the 142nd Kentucky Derby.
And they're all in line, ready for the start. They're off in the Preakness. Lonnie was away slowly again. Nyquist had a good beginning, and Uncolino goes with him, and so does Awesome Speed. So they surround Nyquist early on. Collected is going up and is close up to the pace. Running in fourth early on. Then Lauban, followed by Abiding Star, who's sitting behind the front runners today. And then it's Stradivari. Exaggerator is a good 13 lengths off of Nyquist, who's head and head up front with Uncolino going into that turn. Then Fellowship, and at the back of the field are Cherry Wine and Lauban. The pace is very fast, a 22 and 1 opening quarter mile, so Nyquist is forced to work early here. He's got Lauban on his inside, and Awesome Speed is running in third just behind the leaders. Then Collected, followed by Stradivari toward the inside, who's about 4 lengths off the lead. Lauban is next. Now Exaggerator is down on the inside. Kent DeSormo has him about 6 lengths off the lead, and Nyquist is up front. His nemesis is 5 lengths ahead of him as Exaggerator makes steady progress on the rail. Up front, it is Uncolino, who continues to cling to Nyquist. Nyquist with a head in front, and on their outside, Awesome Speed. And there's Exaggerator. He's so much closer today after a 46 2/2 mile, and they move for the far turn. Uncolino has been pressuring Nyquist the whole way. Awesome Speed is third, Collected fourth, Stradivari, and Exaggerator is right on the rail. And he's 2 lengths off the lead, and Uncolino continues to battle Nyquist on the far turn. Exaggerator and Stradivari are both in contention, and now Mario Gutierrez is asking Nyquist for his run, and they're into the stretch, and it's Nyquist in front. His adversary Exaggerator got a jump on him, and he's gone by to take the lead as they come to the 8th pole. It is Exaggerator in front. Now Nyquist switches back to the outside. Exaggerator down to the 16th pole. The gutty Nyquist is coming at him in second, and then Stradivari followed by Cherry Wine. But Exaggerator has turned the tables. He has won the Preakness Stakes. It was very close for a second. Nyquist and Cherry Wine were right together, and then it was Loud on the outside. Lonnie followed by Stradivari, and the final time was 1 minute 58.31 seconds. It was Exaggerator's day today.
Well, the 5th time was the charm for Exaggerator. He had been 0 for 4 against Nyquist today. He hands the favorite his first career defeat, as you see the Nyquist team. As Exaggerator, Kent DeSormo was so confident. Keith DeSormo had confidence in his horse as well. A victory to the the two brothers from Louisiana who started their professional careers at the racetrack in Maryland.
Exaggerator into the gate with Kent DeSormo. They call it the test of the champion, the Belmont Stakes. Larry Colmas has the call.
And there's one more to go into the starting gate. Here is Creator and Duran Ortiz Jr. about to complete this field of 13 3-year-olds. Creator has moved in. They're all in line. We are ready for the start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. And Destin had a very good beginning, but there goes Gettysburg as expected. Sent to the lead by Paco Lopez, and Destin is close as to stablemate Stradivari. And then to the outside, there goes right to the outside of them, Seeking the Soul, who's 3 deep into that turn. Cherry Wine sits back and runs in 5th. Exaggerator's not far behind. He's 3 wide into the turn as Governor Malibu saves all the ground. Then Brody's Cause, Seeking the Soul, 3 lengths more. And then comes Forever Doro racing on the outside of Creator, who's been guided to the rail. Lonnie is second last. Trojan Nation trails, and the first quarter was solid enough. It was 24 seconds flat. So it is Gettysburg the leader on this expansive first turn at Belmont Park. Gettysburg in front by a length and a half. Destin tracks in second position. Seeking the Soul follows in third. Stradivari's in between horses. Exaggerator's moving up on the outside and is strongly held by Kent DeSormo 4 deep up the backstretch. Then Governor Malibu followed by Cherry Wine. Brody's Cause is right behind his stablemate, and he's 6 lengths off the lead up the backstretch. Lonnie has gone by a few horses now, and Lonnie is moving up on the outside. Then Creator, sudden breaking news, and Forever Doro. The half was in 48 2, 3/4 up in 1 minute 13 1/5 seconds, and Trojan Nation is well behind the field. So Gettysburg leads the charge up the backstretch in front by a length. It is Destin who continues to pursue in second. Stradivari is right there, and so is Exaggerator. The Preakness winner is fourth and right to the outside of a ground-saving Governor Malibu, who is sent along by Joel Rosario down on the inside. Gettysburg has been there all the way so far. Destin continues to pursue him. Stradivari is close. Exaggerator is 2 lengths off the lead, 4 wide on the turn. Then Governor Malibu, Creator, Lonnie still with 5 lengths to make up. And then it's Cherry Wine. Sudden breaking news goes wide and Forever Doro. It is still Gettysburg who will turn into the stretch with Destin right on his outside. And they're into the stretch. And Destin has taken the lead in the Belmont Stakes. Stradivari is there. Governor Malibu couldn't get through on the inside. He is in traffic. Exaggerator. Here comes Lonnie on the far outside, and Creator is coming too. It is Destin in front. Creator. Lonnie on the outside. Destin and Creator. These two come down to the line together. Too close to goal. It was Creator and Destin right on the wire. And Iran Ortiz raised his whip in victory, but it is very close in the Belmont Stakes.
Well, you see Iran Ortiz standing in the irons and celebrating. He thinks, obviously, that he has won the race. Larry said it was too close to call as Creator came storming up on the outside, and Kent DeSormo and Exaggerator will not get the victory today.
The most striking thing, Tom, congratulations. Very good ride by Iran Ortiz. I didn't really know if a horse that came from far back as Creator could get the job done, but he certainly finished strongly. He got wiped out, we remember, the Kentucky Derby at the top of the stretch when he was right behind Exaggerator and moving. In terms of Exaggerator, I think Kent had him in a good spot. He got a little strong early. Let's look at the deep stretch here. Looks like all grays.